Degree and leading coefficient of a univariate polynomial. This is probably one of my favorite topics because it's very simple. Sometimes so easy that we're like, no, it can't be that easy. So one of the things we need to do is they're going to give us a polynomial, like so. Okay, so each item here, if you will, is a separate term. And we want to put the terms in order. Okay? And by order, I mean we're looking at letters first. And we want the letters to descend. So in other words, if we had an x fourth, that would go first. X cubed would go next. X squared. X. And then any single numbers that don't have a letter. Okay, so that's how we need to kind of reorder it. So if we look here, this negative 15 doesn't even have anything. So we know that that's going to be going at the end. Okay, this has got a negative 6w. And we've got positive 7w cubed. Well, cubed would come first. So we're going to put 7w cubed minus 6w. Now kind of keep in mind that they're separated like this. So like if this 7w cubed actually had a negative sign here, that negative sign would need to go out here. So kind of pay attention as you're reordering them, because that will make a difference when you're doing the answers. Now once we've reordered them, we're looking at the furthest left term, which in this case is this 7w cubed. Okay? Now, the number in front of our letter is going to be the leading coefficient. See if I can spell this correctly as I write it out. And the exponent is going to be the degree. Now, as you're working this topic, it's going to be very, very important that you pay attention to the wording. Because one problem, they'll ask for the degree first and the coefficient second. And then the next example, they might ask for the leading coefficient first and the degree second. So make sure that you're putting the right number into the right box. Also, I want you to please remember that as you're doing this, if, for instance, the first number, let's say it was x to the fifth, okay, and that happened to have been the highest term that went first. Okay, so 5, of course, would be the degree. But you're like, but there's no number here. Remember, there's always, 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 always that invisible 1. So in this case, this would be the leading coefficient, which I kind of made a note out here. The leading coefficient can be 1. And then remember, the order switches, so pay very close attention to the wording. Otherwise, that's all you need to do.